Let's go.
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing? I need you to fuck
Back.
One, two. Now stick Look at his hand positioning. Guess where it's coming from. Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win.
Do your business.
Then head, body. That's it. Switch it up. That's it. Set it up with a jab, though. Set it up with a jab, and then look for your power shot.
That's time!
Come on, do you want to win this fight? I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Let's do it.
That's it. When he comes at you, he throws it. Split, left up. And again, when he leans forward, bring it up. Kick up the uppercut. Kick up the uppercut.
Counter the jab, counter that jab.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Have you got complacent? The fight's not over yet. You got to go out there and win this.
Let's fight.
Singles aren't working. Start getting off the jab.
And again.
One, two, three, four. Do you still want to fight?
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. I need
Let's go.
No, don't load up. Don't try and blow his head off. Come on.
Okay, it's not working. It's not working. Switch southpaw.
And time.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round.
Box.
I can switch southpaw.
Time out!
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? Have you got complacent? The fight's not over yet.
And box.
Start doubling up the jab. Get busy, double up the jab.
One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Focus. Now breathe. Just relax. Stay down. Take the count. Take the end count.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Come to me.
Be clever. Be clever with what you're doing.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Are you okay?
Yeah, look at that. All the belts, mighty. Swing left, right, man, said get ping. Contrary ting, no but ping, we bring man right, somebody just fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, and swing left, right, man, said get ping. Contrary ting, no but ping, we bring man right, somebody just fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, and swing left, right, man, said get ping. Contrary ting, no but ping, we bring man right, somebody just fling. Typical fling, right up fling. Contrary ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punch you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand shot, joke of the show. But they keep those hands up, swing for their fences. Or you're going no poorly for sure. How much do you want to be the champ? How much do you want to please the fans? How much do you want to be the king? And how much do you want to feed your camp? How much do you want to see people champ? Swing like you got a thing to lose. It's the
Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tale of the tape. Terrence Bud Crawford. And he weighed in at an even 61 kilos. He is 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 188. And you know it's going to be a tough fight when you're facing this man, Ricky Hit Manhattan. 63 kilos, on the nose, 171 centimeters tall with a reach of 165.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance.
Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. The Hitman, Rick Kingdom, one of the most beloved fighters in English boxing history.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska.
So much hype surrounding this. Here we go for round 1. Ooh, that uppercut had to hurt. Nice hook there. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter shot. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They've elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Both fighters landing in these exchanges, judges going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? Beautiful counter punch. It's all offense all the time. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to... There's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Nice counter shot. Good defense blocking that right uppercut. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, you gotta focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Win the round.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to cut you off.
Nice counter. Good defense on the right uppercut. Hey, those punches add up. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Incredible work rate. The hitman, Ricky Hatton, goes to the canvas. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you still want to fight?
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Hatton in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round. On to the fourth we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter shot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. They both want the knockout. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Himself out though. Ricky Hatton has been clipped. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Talk about Hatton in that. into the fray here in round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Punch, counter punch. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? His stamina is off the charts. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Let's start the 6th. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
So much firepower here. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Charles, you know what? Sometimes on a billiard ring with fights like that, and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Hook misses. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, five, six. Give me your blood.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here or this fight is going to be over.
There's always a way back, don't it?
There's the bell to start round 7. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? And twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at?
Oh my God, Johnny! Crawford's legs are all over the place. And down goes Crawford. Cue up the replay machine. machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You all right?
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing around.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Big deep breaths.
There's the bell to start round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around.
Oh my God, Johnny! Ricky Hatton right now, not where he wants to be. They've avoided catastrophe there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you... Ricky Hatton couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. Oh, my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
You are the sweetest thing. Yeah. I love all the joy you bring. Yeah. But I'm coming back, knocking down the door. I'm coming back. Are you ready for more?
And here we are at Cambrian Hall as the giant chandelier provides light for what should be a fantastic showdown. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Conor the Destroyer Ben, 146 pounds on the button. He stands 5'8" tall with a reach just over 68 inches. And he'll be facing Terrence Bud Crawford, weighing in at 140 pounds. He's 5'7" tall with a reach of 74 inches.
I'll always go for reach every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed.
Conor the Destroyer Ben, one of the most exciting and electrifying fighters in the world today. Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it.
Todd, can you spot?
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
What a night it is. You can hardly hear yourself speak. The atmosphere, the people at ringside. This is ridiculous.
And that's the opening bell, round 1. Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Did you see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Got out of the way, that right hook. How about that time counter shot? The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. He blocks the uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? On to the second round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
The reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
There's a counter shot. They block the uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ben in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight.
I like that round. Good work.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These two fighters are made for one another. The charts action from both of these fighters. Fantastic punch. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Uppercut's blocked. That uppercut just missed. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Ben in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he at? Back at it in round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
They're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter, Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
What desire, but at what cost? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly...
Get this boxing weight together.
And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and...
And down goes Crawford. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. There's the bell for round 6. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Big whiff with the right hook. You'd like to see more jabs. They both want a highlight reel knockout. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Well done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
There's the bell to start round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. That jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell sometimes.
And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you...
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Crawford in trouble. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night, night.